Hello, I'm Dan Hounsell, Editor-in-Chief of Facility Maintenance Decisions magazine. I'm here today with Greg Ofterhide, who is Director of Business Development with Flex Lighting Solutions. Flex Lighting Solutions received a 2019 Vision Award in the lighting category, and we're here today to discuss the company's winning product. First of all, Greg, why don't you start off with a description of your company's winning product?
Sure, thanks Dan. First I want to say that we're both honored and excited to have been presented with the 2019 Vision Awards for our product. What we won in was our Essentials 4.0 LED high bay. It's classified as a linear LED high bay. We range in lumen output from 6,000 lumens to 73,000 lumens. The unit that I have in front of me here is what we call a 4MS. So it's 4 modules. Short, this one goes up to 27,000 lumens at 45 C ambient, that's 45 degrees Celsius. We have 2, 4, and 6 modules in both this short version and the long version, and that's how we get that range from 6,000 all the way up to 73,000 lumens. So what it does is give our customers a lot of options in terms of trying to get the best light specifically for the space that they're trying to put it into.
All right. How is the product an advance over existing or competitive products?
Yeah, so we've been building the Essentials series for actually about 8 years now, and this is actually generation 5. So we're constantly eliciting feedback from our customers on how we can do things better. So specifically what we did with Essentials 4 is we took the highest ambient temperature range all the way up to 65 degrees Celsius, which is critical for those industrial type environments where it gets very hot up in the ceiling where these things are typically mounted. The other thing that we did unique with this product is we put in a rotatable outer module on both of the outside modules. So you can see on this particular product, it's set for 45, 90, and 135. So it gives our customers a lot of flexibility in terms of being able to put that light where they need it in a specific application. So a lot of opportunities to change the distribution of the light to maximize the efficiency in that space. Some of the other things that we've done is for those harsh environments, we actually added a dry or a dust and wet option, so it keeps the dust from getting inside the modules, deteriorating the light, and also allows it to go into a wet environment where it may get some water dripping down on it and not have any issues from that perspective as well.
And what would you say are the chief benefits of this product?
So one of the biggest issues with our products and any is in LEDs is how are you going to manage the heat. So what makes our product different than a lot of the others out there is how we manage the thermals. And you'll see here that we've got an extruded aluminum heatsink on every LED module and also an aluminum heatsink on the driver compartment as well. And what's even critical to that is that we've got these high vertical fins so that the heat is dissipated on a vertical surface as opposed to a flat surface. So when you're in an industrial environment where you've got a lot of dust in the air, if that settles onto a flat surface, it actually minimizes your ability to dissipate the heat properly. So we use vertical fins, whereas a lot of our competitors use a sheet metal. They don't use aluminum, or they have a flat surface on top, which really eliminates that ability to dissipate that heat as you would like it to. But even more critical, as you can see if you look from the back here, is that we have an air gap between every one of those LED modules and the driver compartment itself. So what that does is actually allow air to flow through the fixture, which helps dissipate that heat even more. So why that's important is because electronics don't like heat, and an LED light fixture is really all electronics. The LEDs are electronics, the drivers are electronics, so the cooler you can keep those, the longer life you're going to have out of the product, which is critical. So one of the other things that we do differently is we use an adhesive to adhere the LED board onto the heatsink itself, whereas a lot of folks will actually use a screw to mount that. Over the course of time, as that heat comes and goes, it'll actually pull away from the heatsink and it'll actually burn up the LEDs in some of those scenarios. So that's a bit of a challenge and something we've been able to overcome with the product. But in terms of the primary benefit, when you're looking at any LED product, really what people are trying to drive to is energy savings. But first and foremost, you want to have the right light in the space. So we're focused on providing customers with a safe and productive environment for their employees. But then from a financial perspective, we get back to that energy savings. So typically, when you place an LED fixture in replacement of a fluorescent or an HID fixture, the energy savings is going to be 60 to 75% over the previous technology. This particular fixture at 20,000 lumens is only 172 watts, and it can replace a 458 watt fixture. So that's about a 72% energy savings over the existing. In addition to that, the fixtures are designed so that you can mount controls directly on the fixture itself. And when you add controls into the equation, if there's nobody in the space, or if there's a lot of ambient light coming from skylights in the space, then you can actually turn the fixture, dim it down, because it's got a 0 to 10 volt driver in it, or you can actually turn the fixture off if there's enough light or there's nobody in the space. So that actually takes that energy savings and multiplies it even more. So if you have somebody that is interested in advanced controls, we've also partnered with many control manufacturers and integrated their wireless controls into our Essentials 4 as well. So that gives you the ability to remotely control the fixture, do all the same things I talked about, but also add some additional functionality.
All right. What would you say, as far as a facility manager goes, are the pain points or the challenges that this product addresses?
Yeah, so definitely one of the advantages of an Essentials 4 series product is the lifetime. So we talked about the heat dissipation, and what that leads to is extremely long life. So from a maintenance perspective, that means you're no longer having to go up, change out light bulbs and ballasts on a regular basis. And in the event that you did have to change out a driver, you can see that this fixture is designed so that you can easily access the driver compartment from the bottom. We use what's called a Wago connector, which is actually just a push-in connector. So it's easy to swap out the driver should you have to make some changes in the long run. So certainly in a high bay application where you usually have to get a lift to go up and change those lamps and ballasts, and then you have to recycle them as well. So that's a real pain point for facilities managers from a lighting perspective that we've been able to overcome with this product.
What would you say are the best or most common applications for this product?
So this product can go anywhere where there's a very high ceiling. So think about any industrial commercial environment with a high ceiling. Particularly Essentials 4 really excels in those higher ambient temperature environments. So industrial facilities, manufacturing facilities, warehouses, distribution centers. We've put a lot of product into airplane hangars as well. We've done a lot of indoor sporting facilities, indoor soccer, basketball, things like that. And this is a great example. We've recently done a lot of projects within convention centers. We're sitting right now in the Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando. If you look up, you'll see they actually have clusters of lights that are two 1,000 watt HID fixtures with a 500 watt incandescent in the middle, because they want two color temperatures to be able to adjust to the type of event that they're having in the space. We can actually replace those now with a single fixture that gives them that flexibility for both of those color temperatures, and we take their total wattage from about 2,600 watts down to 780 watts with wireless controls. So now you can walk around with an iPad and control the light levels within the space, even over a specific booth. So if somebody on the floor decided that they wanted a little more light than their neighbor, you could actually dial up the light levels on a specific fixture itself to increase or decrease the light in that space specifically. So some cool applications that we've been able to put together for specific products like convention centers.
I have been speaking with Greg Ofterhide, who is with Flex Lighting Solutions. Again, my name is Dan Hounsel. I'm editor of Facility Maintenance Decisions magazine. Thank you for joining us today.